Hey guys, good morning. Morning. So how do you normally start receiving those busy phone calls, all the work on your desk? How do you start your day? How do you command your day? How do you infuse power into your day? How do you start structure? How do you bring in structure into your day? How do you ensure that you make your day as productive as possible? How do you make sure that you start your day on a high note? I've always believed that when you start your day, especially in the mornings, for builders, that's for leaders, that's also work under a lot of pressure, highly pressured roles. And one of the things I would say that I have also noticed is to ensure that you do a lot of affirmations are so important. So I ask myself, what kind of do you start your day with a prayer? Do you start your day with positive affirmations? Do you start your day telling yourself good things? For me, it's always an opportunity every morning to gain clarity about who I want to be, clarity about how I want my day to turn out, clarity about the kind of things I want to say to myself, how productive I want to be at the end of the day. But there's something very, very interesting that I have observed a lot of leaders do. Sometimes what we just do is we end up falling into toxic routines, toxic cycles that don't help us grow. So I say that we have to be very strategic when you want to start your day. You have to be very strategic. Sorry, I'm going to the work, so it's pretty noisy. You have to be very strategic on where you find yourself, how you relate with people, and most importantly, how you start your day. So the best way most times to start your day is to always start with positive affirmations. Like you can see, I'm going for a walk. It always helps to gain some level of clarity for yourself. The fact is that, especially for those of us that work under a lot of pressure, you have to understand that it's so important to find a serious level of spirituality about how you do. When you are leading, when you are building, you have to build from a place of peace. You have to build from a place of clarity. Every single day I wake up, I make sure I pick a word for myself. I make sure I pick one thing that keeps me centered, that keeps me grounded. And my word this morning is clarity. What area of your life are you not clear about? Your routine. What is your morning routine as a leader like? Your morning routine as a builder like? Do you get up in the morning and you just start your day without any plans, without any routine, without any level of spirituality? Do you just believe you should accept anything life gives you or dishes to you? So I find out that whenever I don't have a routine, my day is always pretty messed up. And that routine, apart from self-care and taking care of yourself, should also involve some level of spirituality. Now when I say spirituality, I mean, what do you believe in? What's your faith? What are those things that keep you centered and keep you balanced? So, for me personally, my own routine, I always make sure I start my day with positive affirmations. I speak to myself every single morning, and this is one of the best ways to command your day. It could be a simple prayer. I mean, for instance, I'm a Christian, and I mean, it works differently for different people. thing I always believe that people should do, I mean, using myself as an example, is to always say a prayer. So I make sure, first thing is I say a prayer. Good morning. I'm fine. Hi, Naomi. Where are you streaming from? Bianca and Diara boys. Where are you guys streaming from? You're welcome. You're welcome to my channel. So I'm talking about how to command your day. I'm going for a walk and I'm looking at how do you start your own day, Diara? I'd like to hear from you. Naomi, how do you start your day? Do you start from a point of peace? Do you start from a point of clarity? Do you start with positive affirmations? How do you engage with your spirit before you start your day? Very, very important question that many people don't even take notice of. I always make sure I start my day with a prayer. Sister, I'm so sorry. I don't understand what you're saying, Dara. Oh, you're fine. Good. But how do you start your day? I have friends that start their day with a morning coffee. I have friends that start their day by going to the gym. I like to always go for a walk. It kind of centers me, grounds me spiritually. It grounds me from chaos. And one thing I'll tell you is that if you start your day without clarity, you could just end up having a very unproductive day. So it's always best to make sure you start with positive affirmations, right? So if you're with me, if you're online, oh, my name is Dr. Ish. I'm so sorry, I'm on a very busy road taking a walk. I usually like to listen to music. You can see my headphones when I'm going on a walk. But today I just felt, led to speak to you and talk to you about the best way to command your day, the best way to start your day. And usually, I always advise to start from a point of making sure you listen to your environment. You speak to yourself, right? I mean, affirmations like, I can do it today. I can succeed today. Nothing is going to be greater than me today. I'm going to have a productive day. Positive vibes all the way. Always make sure you center yourself with positive affirmations. When you get up in the morning, whether you are having a good day or a bad day, it should be part of your routine. Don't miss it. Always speak to the air. Speak to the environment around you. And speak to how you want your day to pan out. It's just simple. It's just like telling yourself, I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have an amazing day today. Always tell yourself that. And don't forget to always say a prayer. Always say a prayer. And if you're just joining in, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to be sharing tips with you every morning on how to command your day, how to build yourself, how to grow, and make sure that every opportunity you get to build yourself on your job, in your business, you should always make sure you focus on taking care of yourself. So if you're just streaming in, please, I'd like to meet you. I'd like to know where you're streaming from. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes. So we're talking about commanding your day. What's the best way to command your day? What's the best way to speak positively into your life? Do you say a prayer? Do you do only positive affirmations? Do you work out? How do you build yourself? How do you grow yourself so that you can avoid burnout? It's usually not advisable to wake up first thing in the morning and then you start working. I see that so many leaders, so many high performers, when they wake up in the morning, they forget to when you are caring for yourself, when you are building people, when you are growing people, you mustn't neglect your physical body, your spiritual body, and your mental mind, your mind. You have to take care of your mind. You have to take care of your spirit being. You have to take care of your soul. You have to take care of your body. And what are the best ways to do this? When you are taking care, if you find out the people that live the happiest, the people that live the longest, they always focus on two things: peace, peace and clarity. Those are the things they're always looking for: peace and clarity. They never compromise on that. So if you want to be productive every day, if you want to enjoy the best of your day with as little frustration as possible, always make sure that you're focused on getting peace and getting clarity. And how do you start with peace and clarity for your day? Positive affirmations, positive thoughts. You speak to yourself in the morning, like I'm going for a walk, to go for a jog. You could have an unknown time, but make sure that you're always speaking to yourself and telling yourself, I can do it. I am going to win today. I am going to succeed today. And no matter the challenges I face, I will be great. I will be fine. I will come out whatever challenges I have. And you see, the thing is, I don't know about you, but please tell me in the comment section, what word do you tell yourself every morning? What's your word? Do you pick a word every day? Sometimes I pick peace, right? Peace is the most important thing. Everybody is searching for happiness. Everybody is searching for joy. You know, there's so much problems around the world. There's so much heartache. There's so much sadness. And then we find ourselves revolving around the cycle. It's like a system. You find that you're just surviving, you're just existing, but you're not living, you're not happy. You start your day in a very robotic way. Do you understand? So if you know that you want to be happy, you want to be happy, you want to have peace, you want to have joy, you want to enjoy the best you can enjoy of your own life, you must take care of your mental health. You must take care of your spiritual health as well, and you must take care of your physical health. So it's your mental health, it's your spiritual health, and it's your physical health. These three things are so important in leadership. They're so important in building. If you work in a highly pressured job, remote, physical, whatever kind of job you do, as long as you're pouring into people, as long as you are helping people, medical doctor, nurse, remote worker, graphic designer, corporate worker, creative, influencer, whatever it is you are doing, as long as you want to make impact, you want to help people grow, you want to do better. Sometimes, I'm sure you see cases where people are so rich, they have so much money, yet they are not happy, yet they have no peace, they have no joy. You do everything you can do. It's even worse when you're working in a toxic environment or with toxic people. So you have to get into a routine. You have to start a routine for yourself. It's simple. You can get a diary. Always make sure every day you write in your diary every day how your day went. It's like talking to your best friend. You write in your diary. I'm not saying write their diary anyway, but you can write in your diary, this is how my day went, these are the things I succeeded in, these are the things I really didn't do too well in, to pour your spirit out, to pour your mind out. Because there's so much going on in the world. There's so much frustration, there's so much war, there's so much famine, there's inflation. bad leadership in some countries. People are going through a lot. Divorce, loss of lives, loss of property. Many people are just looking for peace. They're looking for joy. They're looking for happiness. So as a leader, as a builder, as somebody who wants to make an impact in the world, somebody who wants to do better, be better, and live and be happy, you need to start having positive affirmations every single morning. You need to talk to your mind. You need to talk to your spirit. And for those that are Christians, those that are Muslims, Hindus, whatever religion, whatever faith it is that you believe in, always say a prayer. Always say a prayer every morning. Every morning before you start your day. When you wake up, you say a prayer. Before you start attending to clients, before you start running around in this never endless cycle of life, always learn to say a prayer. Always learn to speak to yourself. Nobody's going to come and save you. You have to save yourself. And then another way to start your day, going through the day, is to always make sure you have a very good support system. But I don't want us to focus on that. I want us to focus on starting your day, to command your day, the most powerful day, the most powerful way. If you check out the best kind of leaders, the most grounded leaders that know how to thrive, successful leaders that thrive even in the midst of chaos, they always have a very high level of spirituality. You can do your research, you can do your research, right? You can do your research. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be sharing some more big insights for the next 30 days, right? So I'm talking about starting your day. When you're starting your day with power, I'm taking a walk, I'm taking care of my physical body, which is very important. So you must take out time. You must make out time from no time to take care of your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health. So a very likely question I will ask you is, how do you affirm your day? What do you believe in? You can't say you don't believe in something. You have to believe in something. You have to believe in a higher calling. You have to believe in something that is greater than you. Or else it means that you're running your life without purpose. And really, at the end of the day, you're just going to find out that you're unhappy. Because many of us keep asking ourselves, why am I alive? Why was I born? What is my purpose? What is that one thing I can do that can give me peace, that can give me joy? And for me, clarity. We need clarity on so many things. Clarity is something that eludes so many people. There's people that live their lives without clarity. They're not sure on what they want to achieve for themselves. So they find themselves unconsciously pouring consistently into other people, but not themselves. And if you end up in this dangerous cycle, you may not be able to quickly recover from it. And that's why I always say, when you're commanding your morning, always make sure you speak to yourself every morning, telling yourself, I can do it, I can make it, I can be great, I have everything it takes to be great, right? Always start your morning every morning, guys. If you're just streaming in, I'm talking about how to command your day, how to start your day. Many people start their day scared. Many people start their day in fear. And a lot of high-performing leaders, a lot of high-performing people working under so much pressure, they tend to forget to take care of themselves. I'm walking on the road now and I'm seeing so many people. Everybody's rushing to work, and I'm not saying it's wrong to rush to work. But we just get lost in this quest for money, quest for fame, quest for recognition. It can be exhausting sometimes. And then you find out that a week has gone, 2 weeks has gone, 3 weeks has gone, 5 years, 10 years, and you're not growing mentally, you're not growing physically, you're not growing psychologically. So it's very, very important to always make sure you take care of every aspect of your being. Your soul is important. Trust me, your soul is important. So many people live as if they don't have a soul. Some have even lost their souls because they can't define what their purpose is. They can't define what their life is going to end up being like. They are lost. Can you imagine, like, what am I even doing in life? Why am I even created? That's why it's so important. Every single day of your life, there's nobody that is useless. There's nobody that their life is not meant to have a reason. And that's why I always encourage people, take your spiritual life serious. Whatever that you believe in, whatever it is your faith in, I believe in God. I believe in a higher purpose. I believe that even if you are a CEO, even if you are a founder, even if you are a doctor, you're a nurse, you're an accountant, a lawyer, whatever it is you are doing, you need some sense of spiritual direction. You need it. The best leaders in the world, go find out. They have spiritual heads, they have spiritual direction. They just don't lead a life of purposelessness. There's always a purpose to their existence. They always create a purpose to their existence. So I'm asking you today, what is the purpose of your existence? Why are you alive? Why are you existing? Is it just to go to work and earn a salary and be recognized? You know, I just keep getting promotions. There's nothing wrong with promotions. There's nothing wrong with wealth. There's nothing wrong in doing good for yourself. But you need to also find out what your purpose is. And that's why spirituality is very important. In starting your day, in pouring into people, you need to also pour into yourself. So guys, like I was saying, your physical health is important. You go for daily walks. I'm going for a power walk. I use it to clear my mind every day. It doesn't have to be in the morning. You can do yours in the evening, in the night. I do mine in the morning. I try to do it in the night or evening, depending on how my day goes. So it's very important. Find a safe time. Find a good time to get yours done. So if you're just streaming in, please, I'd like you to drop your comments. Let me see where you're streaming from. I like to meet new people. So it's so crucial. You need to be able to, there's so many aspects of your life you need to take care of. Every aspect of your life is important. Your physical health is important, your spiritual health is important, and your mental health. Guys, guard your mental health. It's a rat race out there. Guard your mental health. Surround yourself with positive people. Speak positive affirmations to yourself every single morning. Don't miss it. It's a routine powerful people use. They don't talk about it. But trust me, I cracked the code. I discovered it. Positive affirmations every day. Spirituality every day. Find something to believe in. Find a purpose to believe in. Find something that is your ground, that centers you, that grounds you, that drives you to continue to have faith. You need to have faith in yourself. You need to have faith in your purpose. You need to have faith in your existence. You need to have faith in your life. It's so important for success. You cannot succeed without having faith. You cannot succeed without understanding what your divine purpose is. And that's why, I mean, it's difficult at the beginning. Trust me, I've been there. It was very, very hard for me when I started. It was very hard for me when I started. I didn't know how to do positive affirmations. I didn't even believe in it. I was like, why do I need to say positive affirmations every morning? But I noticed when I created a routine, because I'm a leader, I'm a CEO, I have my own companies that I run, and I have executives that I train. And I tell them, guys, you cannot succeed without a routine. You can't succeed without a routine. When you start your day, three things you need to always watch out for: your physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual health. And one of the reasons why I said to have this discussion is because of your spiritual health. Sorry guys, I'm on a very noisy road. Your spiritual health is so key to grow. Every day, tell yourself, I can do it. I can make it. Find time in the morning or in the evening, just you. I do a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music, but I mean, it depends. You may not like music, but different kinds of music. There's a soft one, there's a spiritual music, but always don't, for any reason, neglect your spiritual health. Guys, it is important. Your spiritual health is what grounds you as a leader. Your spiritual health is what builds you. Your spiritual health is what keeps you centered when storms come, when trials and tribulations come. Because, newsflash, trials and tribulations will come. Yes? Even the greatest of them all face trials and tribulations. Jesus faced trials and tribulations. I mean, so many great men of God face trials and tribulations. Presidents face trials and tribulations. I mean, look at the war going on in different parts of the world. Look at the inflation going on. I'm sure you would have noticed, if you are not sensitive enough, you need to understand that the world is changing. The world is changing. Times are changing. COVID is a very good example of how the world drastically changed. COVID changed so many things, and yes, people lost their lives, may their soul rest in peace. But for those of us that are alive, those of us that are here to testify, I want to tell you something. Don't get lost in the routine. Don't get lost in the cycle. Don't get lost in trying to chase only materialistic things. The money is good. The hype is good. The fame is good. The positioning is good. The cars are good. The houses are good. Everything is good. But remember, physical stability, financial stability, mental stability, and spiritual stability. You must stabilize yourself spiritually so that every other thing can align. And I can ask you, what is your faith? What do you believe in? What are those things that ground you? What are those things you tell yourself every day? Do you suffer from imposter syndrome? Do you suffer from self-doubt? Do you suffer from fear? Do you suffer from suicidal thoughts? Do you suffer from your inabilities to be able to achieve your goals, your life goals? Or do you suffer from thinking, I'm not just good enough? But I'll tell you one thing. No matter how negative all these thoughts are, no matter how negative all these feelings are, you need to find time to ground yourself. And the only person that can ground you is you. That's the truth. The only person that can speak to you is you. No matter what anybody else tells you, no matter any advice anybody gives you, you have to take charge of your day. You have to take charge of your mind. You have to take charge of your physical strength, your mental strength, your spiritual capacity. You have to take charge. You can make the difference in your life. The decision is yours. Only you can make that decision. Nobody's going to force you into it. No matter how many people advise you and tell you, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, the final decision is yours. So you need to ask yourself, how do I want to start my day? Do I want to start my day on a good note or on a negative note? How do I want my day to start out? How do I want people to see me? How do I want to impact other people's lives? Life is all about decisions and choices. Don't get it twisted. Don't let anybody deceive you or tell you, oh, it is what it is. what will be will be. No, I personally don't. This is my personal opinion. I do not believe in that. I believe in you taking charge of your life. I believe in you not sitting down and allowing negative people, negative vibes, negative auras to take over. And the days I wake up in the morning and I'm not just happy, and sometimes I can't even really tell why I'm not happy. It's not like there are no reasons. Maybe I feel, oh, I don't have enough money, I'd like to get a new car, or I don't have a car. There's always a reason for you to be unhappy, trust me. So many reasons to be unhappy. But the question is, what is that one thing you should always be grateful for? And that's why gratitude, putting yourself in a state of gratitude daily, is key to your survival. You must learn how to put yourself in a place of gratitude. Always be grateful. Find something to be grateful for. And the first thing is, if you can watch me, then that means you're alive, right? For you to be able to see me, it means you're alive. Is that not something to be grateful for? Is that not something to be happy about? There's a saying that when there's life, there's hope. And I believe in that 100%. There are times I'm so depressed. I used to have heavy bouts of depression. I'd be depressed for days. I could be depressed for 3 days. I could be depressed for a full month. Sometimes depressed for weeks and weeks. I just slip into depression, slip out, slip in, slip out, slip in. And I found out that it was because I didn't have a healthy routine. You know, we're talking about commanding your day the best way possible. You need to create a routine. One of the reasons why I noticed I kept falling into depression, I was always being unhappy. I never felt fulfilled. I was always questioning my abilities. I was always questioning myself, was because I didn't have a healthy routine. Guys, you need to start having the routine. How do you start your day? Right? Maybe you can drop in the comment section and tell me, how do you start your day?